Glory to God, Judith here. So happy and rejoiced to be able to connect back with you. This is week two in our series to activate, bring out the author, the superwriter in you. How are you doing? How was your week one? What did you do last week to bring that vision of book to life? Have you taken the time to really reflect on your intention, on who you're writing the book for? What do you want? What value you're bringing them? And the impact you want to have in the world with your book. These are all questions I have for you. Thank you for being here today. You are demonstrating your commitment to your book by showing up to the live today. And today in the menu, we will take the time to actually catch the vision, visualize, dream about that goal achieved. Imagine 3 months, 6 months from now, that book is published, a year, and your book is in store, your book is in libraries, your book is actually out there, and people are reading it. Wow. What comes up for you when I say something like this? Myself just talking about it, you could hear the the energy coming up. It's like, wow, it's there, the message, the learning, the insights, the contribution. It creates a lot of joy in my heart. Today, we will stop and go into what I call the dreamland. I propose that we go and dream, goal achieve, looks like what, sounds like what, feels like what, and capture the energy, the emotion, and all these positive things coming up from the completion and the publication on that book to help write the book. Three key things we're going to do today in this week, too: vision board, mind mapping, so that we'll start to connect that vision of your book to something concrete. This is what I propose we do in today's live session. This is a series too, a series to help bring out the author in you. You were many in the pool last year saying, we want to write a book. Jade, you wrote a book, tell us how. Yes, this is the place and time. And if you're joining live, you may say a little thing on chat to let us know you're here. I really want to express my gratitude for you being here, for showing up. But I also want you to be happy about you because you're showing up, you're being committed, you're being disciplined, you're serious about this thing, you're serious about turning those ideas into a book. Good job. Good job. Again, good job. Good job. So essentially, I propose that we do in the couple minutes we have together, go into Dreamline to capture your vision for that book. What does it do? How do people react? Where are you? Where are people doing? What are they doing with the book? A lot of dreaming, um, a lot of visualization in the menu today. And as we connect to that vision, we bring it down, we capture it down through vision board and mind map. And why not journaling, writing the statement? Why are all these things, these three things I suggest we do today, important? Because the vision board, having visual, being able to turn and wow, you see travel, you see conferences, you see webinars, you see partners. These are realistic things. So you're bringing the book to life. The vision board helps bring that book to life. Having a mind map that shows you, okay, this is the message, this is how I give it. Capturing all the ideas that come regarding that book will ease the writing of the book. How? Um, with the vision board and the mind map with the ideas and the exercise you did last week, I want to write a book for the audience, the value you bring to the audience, and the impact you want to create with your book. Ideas, and this is the goal. It's easy to sort out what from these ideas help achieve the vision, the statement you wrote last week. And that's how you come up with the content of your book, guys. And that clear vision, that clear statement with this mind map is something you can share with prospective readers of your book, with people who might show interest, with people you may have seen as you did the visualization who might be interested in your book. And that's how you start to create momentum with your book. So you can see all the excitement. For me, it's like, yeah, we are moving from ideas to actually a book, a real book with ideas, with parts, with people. And how I suggest we do that first, that we start as announced last week. We will discuss like the key learning, the key components, and then there will be a portion where we reflect. Okay, vision board. You're actually going to reflect some questions to help you have that visualization activity, to help you collect ideas with your mind map, and then concrete action for this week. It's easy, it's just that. But there's no doubt that as you follow through and take action, this is a key one, take action. By the way, before I continue, I'll quickly go and check in the chat. What did you do last week to move your book project forward? What did you do last week to move your book project forward? Yes. Um, Feel free to comment and let us know what you did. I want to hear about you. If you've been following me, you know I'm all about action because results, transformation happens in the action. If you watch this video, you get a lot of good insight. It's great for the brain. But until you take action, if you stopped, as we suggested last week, and reflected and created your statement, I want to write a book for coaches to help them grow their mastery, provide more value to their client by so that coaching, it's a technology. Coaching is an approach that really helps people own their life, make their decision, and this is a statement, a valid one. So if you did that for your own book last week, as this was the action item, more and more you're clear on the target, the audience for your book. More and more you're clear on what value you want to bring to that specific audience. And more you know the impact your book can have on your community, on your team, on the industry, depending on the group you're targeting with your book. So please, guys, listen, watch, comment, engage with the content, and more important, do something. Another thing I suggested last week was to decide on the routine you want to take, to put in place something small, not very big, but a commitment, something you want to do, so that in 10 weeks, guys, you have something to put on the table. And I recommended even 15 minutes every day. Well, if every day is not your thing, what are you willing to connect? I can recommend and encourage and see a lot of writers do A, B, and C, but what's your reality? What could work for you? I've had people tell me that daily thing that I hear or see people talk about on social media, doing something every day, writing for 1 hour every day. It's not me. Fine. What is you? Is it an hour on Saturdays, 2 hours on weekends? You know your reality. And as I love to say, yeah, we have goals, but life also continues. If you're a parent, if you're studying, it's still there. But considering your reality, what is like, I like to call it a little window you want to open, a little space you want to put aside to work on this project. Guys, a lot of people say, I want to write a book, but it stays I want something. Why? Because they say they don't have time. Look at your agenda. Last week I suggested, can you cut 30 minutes, an hour from Netflix every week, from the time we mindlessly browse social media. I'm not saying those things are bad. We need relaxation. If you know me, you know I love to watch movies. But if you're taking, I don't know, 2 hours every day on the amount of time you devote, can you negotiate a 15 minute just to think, okay, this today, what am I doing for my book? It could be that reflection, it could be capturing that idea. This routine is essential. And if you don't make space for that, at the end of our 12 weeks together, you will know a lot about book publishing. You have a lot of reflective questions. Um, but time set aside to move forward will not be there. So you may not have that completed draft. We want you to have that completed draft. We want to hear about it. We want to help you create the buzz around your draft. So What window, what little time do you want to create? I invite you to reflect on that. So let's dive this week vision. Let's get into the dreamland. What makes it important? And I title the slides this week like see it, believe it, and write it. There's so much power in visualization, so much power that a lot of research is being done around it. That's why there are some people who specialize in coaching is actually getting you through visual, getting you to see, getting you to imagine, getting you to visualize it. When you see it, you have the crispy details that can help bring that to life. I imagine baking a cake. It's a lemon cake. The inside is yellow. It's sponges. It's the more I give those details, okay, it's lemon cake. So I need to buy the ingredients for a lemon. The texture, sponges. What do I need? What tool do I need? How do I need to mix um all the ingredients for it to create that sponges kind of texture? And I'm seeing the topping. So because I have the vision, a clear vision with details, sometimes even the odor, the perfume, or with colors, the more I have those details, the better I can create them. So I have no doubt if you can visualize that book published. I don't know what's your audience, but just imagine, like right now, stop. Imagine that book is published, and your audience is reaching out to your book. Where are they reaching for your book? Is it in their office, in the library, in the store? What are they doing when they take the book? How are they interacting with the book? What energy? Are they happy? Are they discussing? Are they talking about it? What's the context? Those crispy details will help you really pin down what you want that book to achieve. Um, I help someone write a book around clothing, how to look chic, always, no matter your size, your color, or the shape of your body. And as we did this, the person could imagine, I can style anyone, Judith. Ah, yeah, really how? Because I just imagine any woman coming, she has a specific feature. I could see myself looking. I could see my. Do you see the ideas coming? When you start to see, when you see your book in action, when you see your book transforming the life of your audience, you have crispy details. You have details on the that vision helps fuel the content, what you will write. What do I need to put in the book for those ladies to have everything they need to always look chic? This will influence the content. Or I see university girl audience. No, I also see this professional woman who is great, but her clothing doesn't fit like the role she's having. Oh, professional is another category. So you dreaming, seeing your book in action, transforming the life of the target, gives you crispy detail on what needs to be in the book to create that effect that you've seen. It also gives you an idea on even the detail, the subcategories of prospective readers, but also gives you an idea on how to promote the book. Someone did the exercise and they were like, whoa, I see myself traveling the world sharing. I see myself traveling, organizing talks. I see myself very much partnering with these engineering associations. And this last one, they actually did because they were part of that association. And when they shared the idea and the content of their book, well, the engineering association they were part of found it useful. And since they're doing conference every year, so because they saw it, they could make it happen. There is power, guys, in visualization. There is power in visualization. Judith is just on fire. She's talking without even sharing slides. There's so much power in visualization, and maybe I'll make a little pause here to ask you what comes up for you when I say all of this. um, just imagining your audience interacting with your book. How does that make you feel? What reaction, what emotions, how is that impacting your energy level? I just talking about it. It's like, yeah, I can't wait to be there. Well, if you're writing, let me know. I would like to come to your launch. Yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be cool. Visualizing, imagining that book published, ready on store in the library shelves always brings energy. I don't know about you, but for me, thinking about that gives the energy. Oh, let's go get it. Let's go get it. I just imagine, for example, a book for coaches being shared during the week of coaching, having conferences, being part of the conference, sharing. Just thinking about that, I'm seeing places, I'm seeing people I need to talk to, I'm seeing the impact, I'm seeing some practice, I'm seeing people interacting with the book, trying some of the things in there, and just a flood of ideas come. How can we make that happen? Which is the value of visualization. So for this week, I invite you to see it, visualize it, and believe it, and then make it happen, write it. I also choose to share this quote. It's a beautiful quote that says, "The moment you visualize the impact of your book on your audience, you have started changing lives." Why? You've seen all the energy when I started describing, oh, the book is published, people walking, people reading it, people using it. um, it fuels me with energy, gives me momentum to do the writing, to do the editing, because I'm already seeing that book completed, helping coaches, helping engineers, helping this young lady, helping whomever is your audience. But as you start to see the difference it's making on them, it gives you the energy to go again. And it gives me the envy to share a little story. Um, when I wrote one of my first book, it was what the broken church called. La fille au cœur brisé was a book in French, and well, it was just a book. I remember there were even some people were like, "Really, Judith, are you a writer?" But the first time I got a review, that book was self-published on Amazon, and the first time I got a message from someone who read it from Germany, and this person found themselves single mother. Well, she came to Germany to study, and she found herself in a situation where she was pregnant without being married, and the father disappeared, blah blah blah. And what I was sharing in the book was like, dare to go, dare to believe, dare to try something. And she kept the baby, and the book helped her. So receiving an email saying, "Wow, Judith, sharing your story, the resilience, the tip you gave to lean, to trust, to go and try. Hey, today I have my papers, I have my baby, and my status is being this." As a writer, it's like, yes, it was worth it. It was worth it. And that's one person who reached out to share the impact of the book. Or this other person who wrote the book, Woman of Influence, and say, "Oh my God, just like the initial first two chapters made me feel empowered to dare to go for more, to reach for higher positions, higher roles." Because the book is how, as a woman, you can leverage, you can bring up your lead, you can show up and dare to go for more, take, positions in places usually taken by men. I'm from an IT world, and the person said essentially like this book is on empowerment. And as I read like the first two chapters, I felt empowered. I can, like the way you describe the I am, I have, I do exercise made a difference for me. When you hear this is a concrete things. You didn't make this up. It's someone who has read your work, and this is the impact your work is having on them. It's like it was worth it. It was worth it. And I like to say that's one, that's two, it might be 10, it might be 100. So I share these stories simply to say, just imagine the difference you would make with that design book, someone who doesn't know how to keep your place nice and beautiful, when you have the special power of organizing, beautifying everything that you touch. Imagine the difference you will make with your book. Or if your book is all about original recipes that can be done fast, the difference you make to working mom who need to figure out meal, food, work, and all the rest. So when you start to visualize a woman, a working mom, getting your book and from there getting couple recipes that she can do within 30 minutes, it's so good. And that vision will burn a fire and you want to write more. If I take the example of the single person, single mom I was talking a couple minutes before, it gave me the envy to write another book. And that's what gave birth to you can save what 300 or more per month, another book that I did a couple years after that initial one. So the vision of the impact you could have with your book can fuel that momentum and keep you writing, keep you in action, especially if you want to continue to bring value to your audience. And that's also another power of visualizing. So guys, dream. If they say you are a dreamer or you live so much in dreamland, it's fine. It's because you dream that you can make some of those dreams come true. So don't stop dreaming. Continue to dream. Dream about your book and capture as much as you can from those dreams to bring your book project to life. Um, we have talked about this last week. I'm seeing that I'm talking too much and time is passing when we have so much material to cover. Yeah, what's the power? What makes visualization or having a clear vision so important? Hey, that vision will motivate, will empower you, it will set the direction for your writing journey, and it fosters determination. Another example I like to take to illustrate what I mean here is um, when sometimes they call it the writer's block, when it's like um, you sit to write and you have no idea. It's like all your ideas, you've already captured them, you have nothing coming up to continue writing. Coming back to the vision, like the outcomes you're after, can help rekindle an aspect. If the outcome was, I want to bring one, two, three things, and then you have the writer block on one aspect, revisiting your vision can another aspect. Revisiting your vision will generate some emotions. It causes you to emote. You will feel some things, and what you feel reading your vision, how have I translated that emotion in what I've written so far? It's a good place to go back to return to. That's why it's important to capture the vision. It's important to capture the vision. So, um, I'm gonna give offer some questions now to help with that visualization. Um, let's imagine that book is published. What does success with your book mean? What does success? The book is successful if what? I invite you to just reflect and write it down. You know now, in general, I suggest to have your notepad. Just grab your notepad, and as I'm giving the questions, write down what comes up for you. Some ideas I just threw in there. You're not obliged to think about impact, legacy, income, growth, but for you, success with your book means what? I gave an example of the impact. If you could encourage that single mom, for me, it's impact. Yes, definitely it's impact. That's why I say it caused me to write another one. If you're all about legacy, I've learned I have this much experience that I want to share before I go, before my time is over, so that people can continue to benefit from the insight and my experience is legacy. I want to open a new stream of income with my books. Maybe I'm a coach, maybe I'm already this. I'm an engineer, but I want to make a couple more bucks from sharing, best practices, some worksheets, some strategies. It could be for income, it could be just to grow your business. What does success with your book look like? And if you want, I do encourage you, this guys. I think we share ideas, when we talk about what's going on, we can get encouraged. So thank you to the people who left some more comments, people who said We love it. People who say, go, 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 Judith. And don't hesitate. If you watch a question, a comment, a remark, put them in the chat. I take the time to look at the chat because I really, really want to activate. I really want to make it easy. I want you. I'm so passionate and looking forward to hearing a comment where someone says, I did to go for this, Judith. And so far, I'm writing. I have a chapter, I have two, I have a fan. Yes, that's another writer that will be activated, and that's what I'm after. That's what I'm after. Really bring out the writer in you. Really show you that you can, in 12 weeks, turn those ideas, those insight, that experience into a book providing value that will stay even long after you are gone. These were some reflection questions, and we said, well, when you do the visualization exercise, the book is published. What do you see? Who are you talking with? How is your audience interacting with your book? The ideas that come, the next thing I encourage you to do is to capture them. Is to capture them. And I propose today, this week, to capture them in three ways. Three ways to capture that vision. You visualize, you saw something, you heard something, you saw some people, you felt something. Capture what you saw, what you heard, what you felt, who you saw. And you can capture that with a vision board, with mind map, or with journaling. Which are the three activities I suggest you do this week? Please, if you can, if necessary, put this video on pause, but go and book time on your agenda. Transformation comes in the doing. Transformation comes in the doing. So, what do you do to get that vision board, to create that mind map, or to capture your ideas in a journal? If we start with a vision board, gather like you did a pause to do the visualization, and then some things came up. How can you capture and collect? It's not like a movie where I say just go and shoot, just take your camera and shoot it. It's in your head. What did you see? Are there some words? Are there some pictures that can illustrate that? Are there some videos? Capture all of that. It could be something physical, like what we're seeing in the picture here. It's a vision board of this person. You can see picture, you can see drawing, you can see some statements, you can see some illustrations. Um, Use the tools that work for you, but gather image, words, ideas. It could even be like things that are captured with stickers like this. There's a book I wrote with a vision board made with this. I see this image, this person. When you put that together, you start to see how the book comes to life. So capture all those ideas, images, sound. If you're writing something around music, um, and arrange them on something physical or something digital. So what does that mean? You could have a folder on your computer or on your phone where you capture all the ideas, all the picture that browsing on social media. Oh, this could be good for my book. You put them, you're creating that vision board, because whenever you open that folder or whenever you go on that board where you've pasted your pictures, wow, it's like this is the book. And it will remind your brain, it will remind you that this is real. This is real. You're bringing that idea to life. This is a real life picture representing what you want to write about. So I really encourage you, book time on your agenda, gather those images, those pictures, those ideas, just throw them there. Just throw them there. I want to take a little pause to say, don't try to do the editing. Don't try to do the editing. For now, we are gathering things that will bring that vision to life. Pictures, image, anything that makes you, oh yeah, this is what I want to talk. This is who I want to reach. These are the type of activities. This is the places I want to go with my book. Capture those things and illustrate them in a format that works for you. For this person in picture, post it. This is for that person. For you, use what works for you. And no editing, just capture, gather everything. Another way that you can use to really capture the ideas or the vision that you have is mind map, something like this. Personally, I'm a big mind map person. So to the point that if you know about a very good software that is easy to use to create mind map, please go and share in the comments. I love mind maps because it's like, whoa, I can expand the ideas. And I do a lot of mind map. If I could move my camera, you would see like mind maps are everywhere. I love mind maps. I'll just take a paper, and for mind maps, you just put the core, the purpose of your book at the center. Like if we look at the image I'm sharing here, it's like a book on loose words, some strategy, intermittent fasting is important to track progress, make lifestyle, exercise, how do you measure success, healthy eating. These are all ideas coming with a book on weight loss. Um, so it's like brainstorming, actually, just a visual way brainstorm. Okay, I love the mind map because it helps make the link between all the ideas. And one little thing I want to suggest today as we are talking is for you to just take a plain sheet of paper. And can I do that with you? My paper is white. Would you be able to see if I share? No, it's white. I'm seeing nothing. Maybe next time I should write a reminder to bring something of color so that it's easy to do it together. But the invitation is for you to, oh, I have something here that is not white. I just want to quickly check that you can actually see what I'm writing so we can really do that together live. I like when it's live and practical. Yes, it's red. So I invite you on your plain sheet of paper to write um, the core, the central thing you want to, the core idea for your book. For example, I want to write a book on coaching mastery. So you write that at the center, the core topic. And as you write the core topic, what comes up? Um, I will also say aloud because I'm doing the exercise at the same time like you. So I'm thinking coaches, I'm thinking leaders who coach. Um, what is mastery? Why mastery? And then I see or the impact of mastery. Another thing that just comes up is, so what am I doing here? I'm just listing all the ideas coming. What does that look like? I don't know if you can see it alive. You see coaching mastery, which is the core topic. And as ideas come, I just write them there. So I will gather all the ideas that come and I can start to see that mastery, impact of mastery. What does mastery mean? They could all come down below mastery, what it means, impact, how to. So if I bring that down, this was the mastery somewhere here. And these are the various things. What is mastery? The impact of mastery. How do you grow mastery? These are various ideas just with the mastery topic. So as you do that and coaches, um, what makes it important is another topic. So as you take one idea and then you go down, more ideas are coming. That's how you end up building a mind map and come up with something like this, which is very good because it will allow you to gather all the ideas you may have about the book. And as you start to group them together, you are creating the structure of your book, guys. Have you noticed it? Yeah. Title of the book: Lose Weight in 2025. And then success track. Okay, how you set the goal. Make lifestyle. It could be the section on habit, how to continue. Like the how, exercise, healthy. So as you put all the elements there, and then you later on you will organize them, which is exactly what we will do next week. I told you in week 3 you will come out of the life with the outline of your book, and it will be so easy to write the book when you have all that structure like that. And have you seen, we had the vision. Oh, what do we want to create? The book is published. How does your audience, who is your audience? How do they interact? What do they do? From this place where you've seen the impact of your book, this impact it can have. Okay, what needs to happen? What do they need to know? How do they need to implement what you will tell them? What are the requirements? What do they need? These are all ideas that will be on the mind map. And as you answer all these questions, there you have your message. There you have your book. There you have a set of a story that will transform the life of people reading it. I'm curious to if someone has typed something on the chat. Let's go there and check. How are you currently? I'll offer this question. How are you currently capturing ideas for your book? Let me know in the chat. Even if you watch it later on, go for it. Let me know what you think. And yeah, let's get this going. Let's encourage each other because it's all about really helping activate the writer in you. Like there's a burning fire in my heart. Nothing should stop you from telling that story. Nothing should hinder you from daring to put together those ideas. You don't know the impact that book could have on your life. Imagine you write a book on a topic and say 10, 100,000 people are interested. Hmm. You could be invited here and there to talk about the book. You could be invited to teach about the book. And this may be something you've not done before. You could be impacted to give your point of view. People may be interested in your point of view regarding that specific topic. Those things, I'm not imagining them like I may not, some of them I've experienced them. Like, okay, Julie, we want your point of view on this. Why? Because they saw I've already written a book. There's this happening. Would you want to come and share your point of view? These are some of the things that the book does. And that's why at some time it was a popular thing. You will see ads saying, increase your thought leadership, publish a book, blah blah. It's real. Daring to put your message, your story, your training, your experience can change the life of many. So why hold back? And that's the passion causing me to do this series. Go for it, do share, don't postpone it, just do it, just do it. We need, I like to say, a book in you is not just for you. A book is not just for you. This specific thing, this pinpoint that you have seen, that you have insight into, it's a maybe a specific thing, a specific problem that you are particularly equipped to address. So holding back, keeping it, and going back to the grave with your book, um, how is that making our world better? And just share it, just put it out and allow the public, allow people to just get to know that story, that experience, that insight, and let it make a difference. This is the fire fueling me and like pushing me to say, just stop thinking, just overthinking it, just do it. Come, let's do it together. So this week, just capture those ideas. Vision board, collect images that represent images and everything, ideas. Research that um, portray the message you want to give, and just collect those ideas and just bring them out. It's also this fire that makes that even if my English is not perfect, even if I make a lot of errors, even if my slides are not ready, guys, 2025 is the year. Let's bring out that story in you. Let's bring out that message. Share that story. Dare to go for it. So essentially, that's it for week two. Judith talked too much because she's passionate. I beg your pardon, but I think you get the gist. This week is all about stop, dream, goal achieved, book published, and then watch what's happening. Who is reading it? Where? What are they doing? How are you interacting? What is happening in their life? This is the vision. As you go into that dreamland and see this happening, you get details of the content that you need to put in the book to have that impact, of the people you talk and you have access, you interact with in the book project, and then the impact is having on your community. That energy, that momentum will get you into writing. And after you have captured that vision with a vision board and capture the ideas in the mind map, the last activity I suggest you do this week is to write a statement. Um, like find a way to capture your vision beside the pictures, beside the mind map. If you can do a little paragraph, um, yeah, it's important. Why? Because as I said at the beginning, in the process there will be weeks. There will be times where I don't feel like writing this thing today. I'm burned out. The day was just full, a lot of things. So on those days when it's like, oh, you're even there in front of the computer, I don't know what's your process. If you are a manual, I have some friends who they really write everything with their hands and they have someone to type it. They're still doing that nowadays. I have some other people who type it directly in Word or Google Doc. I have a lot, and even more people now would just say the book. They'll say what they're saying, record what they're saying, have what they're saying being transcribed, and that will help keep the draft. Maybe you've not thought about this. And that's why I'm saying in this day and age, there are so many tools to help capture your ideas. Why leave them in your mind? Why leave them in your mind? So, but there will be days when you don't feel like capturing, writing, or dictating anything. On those days, just go and grab your notepad where you've been writing things, where you've been capturing your vision. For some people, just passing, that's why it's encouraged to for people who do vision board to keep it somewhere where they can see it daily. On the day you don't feel like when you look at okay, travel, conference, workshop, oh, they have strategy, they're happy, they're growing. Then yeah, okay, I don't feel like but with this I have this idea. What else? As you look at those visual, it will nourish your brain and some ideas, some more idea, motivation, momentum, energy to get back and do the work. Um, for some people, like it's when it's hard, and I've been in this place where it's like, oh my God, Judith, what did you put yourself into? Why are you even doing this? But when you go back to that vision, well, I want to write a book on this because remember the statement of last week? I want to write a book for the audience so that the value and then as a consequence, the bigger impact to the community, to the world. Um, when you go back and read that, it helps. When you go back and revisit those statements, I see myself like you've captured in the vision board, you've captured the ideas with the mind map, but you also capture something I want to write. I see myself writing a book that does this, and then you elaborate on that. I'm inviting you, like even a paragraph with the outcome of your book, the impact it has on your readers, on yourself, and on the community. Please, please do that. Because when you connect with that impact, um, the impact on the audience, better life, transformation, learning, they are able, they are empowerment, and you see that person empower. This brings energy up. Impact on you. Thought leadership, more source of income. You're selling a lot of books. You're traveling. Whoa, this gives energy, gives momentum. Or the impact, like in the industry. For example, I gave the example writing a book on coaching mastery. I just imagine if it has the impact, more and more people benefit from everything coaching has to offer, because anyone exposed to coaching really has a space to think by themselves, to find their own solution, and they really discover that they have solutions in them. How much it gives them confidence. I can figure this out. I just need a Whoa, just thinking about it's worth it. So on the day when it's like, I don't know, I don't want to write, but I go back and you've seen just thinking about it, energy. Wow, it's worth it. It's a big why. It's really you go for it. You give you energy, momentum that will keep you in action, guys. You remember finish strong series. Anything that can help bring energy will keep you in action, will keep the momentum going. And as you take action, as you keep writing, as you keep doing that thing, you're making progress, because results lies in action. Judy, you've taken to all the time talking. I hope it was useful. Let me know in the chat how you like the format today. There were less slides and more talking. Let me know what you think. Before closing, so it's important to have that clear vision. If you would like share with us like your progress, your vision, you can share also on social media. There's value in this. Putting your intention out there, sharing, well, as I said last week, putting it out there will activate your brain. Knows, oh, this woman, she wants to say something about mastery. When you will watch TV, when you will browse social media, when you read books, this can help with the mastery. The brain will help make the link between what you want to create and what is happening. And you attract people pushing, for example, posting on social media. Someone who is also interested in the topic may reach out. So I encourage, put that intention, start to share your vision for your book. Yeah, this is really that invitation to take the time. These are the three things. If we have to put the life over, if we have to stop everything here, there's just one, the summary of the things I want you to do. One, that vision board. Two, mind map, collect the idea, brainstorm, and capture all the ideas. No editing, no, nothing essential. Just capture everything. And three, journal. Journal, write the statement of the outcome, the impact of your book on your potential audience, on yourself, you and your family, and on your industry, the environment, the world. Like beyond you, how else can that book help? Write it down. If you can capture it, that's a win. If you can just do that this week, guys, that's progress. And we are online to really be ready to move from idea to completed draft. I want to quickly go and check the chat to see if there's something there. If someone has dropped a question for me. No, not yet. So, thank you. If you're still watching, let me know what you think in the format that I've used. Before closing, I want to take the time and really give a gist of what is coming next week. After you have taken the time to have those three things, your vision board, maybe I want to show you again what it looks like. Yeah, I prefer the slide. You've seen I've quickly browsed through other slides. Well, I hope you're finding value. Maybe it's not about just sharing everything. Judith is working on being more sincere, and thank you for being patient with her. So, key things this week, your vision board. Find a way to collect, and I said it could be visual, like the lady you're seeing in the picture, or it could be digital. Open a folder and start to gather everything that makes you think about that book. Gather everything. Idea, research surveys, pictures, videos. As you browse social media, if you see something, just screen capture and put it there. Um, Opening that folder will emote, will create things about the book you want to write. And then third thing, please journal, write a paragraph on the vision of the book and the outcome it will have on your audience, on you and your family, and in the community industry environment. Why not share some of those things in the comment? Would you want to share your vision board with us? We would love to. It'll be great to see your vision board. And after you've done this, when you have all these elements together, I just imagine a table where you have the picture of those things you want to achieve with your book. You have a mind map or a brainstorm or something, a whiteboard. Sometimes I say just even take the boards of your kids. Yeah, and just capture, write everything that comes, something that is like what I shared in my little paper here. Vision board, the ideas, and then the statement, the paragraph about the book. Elements of the book will start, they will jump in your eyes. You will see like a story to tell. You will see an important chapter about how to. You will see something about it will emerge. You will see it. It's not like you will see it like if you look at the sort of brainstorm board of the person on the right there, um you see the quoting website and then design, color, images, blah blah blah. So when it comes all of that together, um how to design the page could be a chapter, how to the visual on a website, if it's a book on how to develop a website. There's also something about the processes, the quality. So it can be a chapter on how to. As you put all those things together, the ideas on how to structure your book will emerge. And to remove all guesswork, next week is what we will do. We'll be in week 3 of our Activate the Super Writer Author in You, and we'll essentially do that. Come up with the structure of your book. How to do that, reflective question to actually guide you in the process, and practice. You will just have to go and sit and create the structure of your book so that past with 3, you'll be like action plan. You're finishing which portion by when. Next week we'll get that. And after that, action, write, write. Write, ask feedback, ask feedback. That will be it till the end. Because the ideas are there, the vision is there, the what you want to achieve is there, the structure. Next week, guys, is the structure, the outline of your book. And then the last thing would just be to write a book. So if you have questions regarding how to structure a book, if you have questions regarding is there a strategy, is there a question on how do you decide which content to take? If you have questions around best ways to structure, yeah, all questions related to structuring the book, bring them or ask in the comments so we can address them in the live next week. That will be the topic, creating the structure of your book. I am so eager to hear the value you got from today's session. One last thing that I will repeat, 3 key things: your vision board, mind map to capture your ideas, and a statement on the vision, on the vision, on the vision. I want to end by saying, wow, if you have difficulties like going into that visualization in what I call the dreamland, um, is there something that inspires you? You know yourself. For some people, nature, trees, a park. For some people, it's classical music. I don't know what is the thing that brings you to a place of calm or where you feel connected, grounded. Book some time on your agenda for that. Um, and as you are in this place listening to this music, walking down the street and seeing, well, if you are in Canada like us, where I am, so with a lot of snow, that white, white view on the grass. and having that fresh air passing. Hey, let's imagine my book is published. It's in the store, and if I go downtown, I can find it. Wow, what's happening? And capture everything that comes. A conference, a meeting, a webinar, doing things with partner. Do just think about that. And whatever comes to your mind, capture it. Capture it in the format that works for you, and then read it back. That's your vision for your book. Capture is essential that you capture it because this vision will guide you in the writing, in creating the structure next week. When next week you will decide on the structure of your book, and then you go back, you read the vision. Will the structure achieve the goal? No? Okay, then you need to add something. So the vision will help you craft the structure of your book. As you start to develop and write, develop the book from that structure, if you feel like you have blank, you don't have ideas, go back and revisit that vision. What do I see? What is needed? What else? How else? What feeling? What momentum? What As you revisit that vision, new ideas, new energy, new momentum, and you keep it going. And when you feel like everything I wanted to say in this book I did, go back and reread that vision, because will someone have that result, be that transformed person you saw in your vision after reading the content you came up with? There might be things that will come, oh no, there's still add. So the vision will guide you throughout the writing for idea structure, keep you motivated, and at the end, kind of a checklist. If they do everything, will they get the result? Yes or no? That's the power of visualizing your book. There's so much power in seeing the impact of the book you want to write. When you see it, you'll be full and motivated to write it. I hope it was useful, and I'm looking forward to hear from you next week, same time, 10 EST in French and 12 EST in English. It was a pleasure, and looking forward to hearing anything else I could do to help activate and bring out that author in you. It's a pleasure. Talk to you next time. Bye.